All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Michael Davis. You're all here because you've been arrested, and under the laws of the state of Florida, you have the right to see a neutral judge within 24 hours of your arrest. Today is not going to be your trial. I'm not going to be deciding guilt or innocence today. What I will decide is whether or not there was probable cause to arrest you, and if so, I will set a reasonable bond in your case if applicable under the law. You have the right to remain silent. Don't talk about the facts of your case today. Anything that you say can and will be used against you, and everything that you're saying is being recorded. What you may speak about today are things like your community ties, your family ties, and your ability to post a monetary bond. You also have the right to counsel. If you've hired a private attorney and they're not here, please let me know and I will contact them on your behalf. You also may utilize the Office of the Public Defender. Mr. Romero is there with you in the main jail, and I have Mr. Opsahl here with me in my courtroom. All right, starting on page 3, Craig Seligman, please.
Your Honor, he's here present. He declined to serve as public defender.
Yes, Mr. Dutko is here on his behalf. Good morning. All right, Mr. Seligman, you're charged with domestic battery. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Mr. Dutko?
Judge, I would note that Mr. Seligman...
Are you on a bond control?
Doesn't appear at all. I know other situations as ROR, low bond, with emphasis on no contact, I think something along those lines.
Married, single, widow, divorced.
No. Although it seems to be probable cause for battery, the question arises as to whether it's right to domestic violence.
How many?
That's something else in the case file.
That is true. It's unclear in the probable cause affidavit whether or not these folks were either related, in a relationship, married. That is unclear. There is, I agree, probable cause for battery. Okay, that being said, prior?
Your Honor, I'm showing he's out right now on a DUI property damage.
All right. Have you had any contact with the victim?
I did, Your Honor.
I need the paperwork, or if you can give me the paperwork.
But yeah.
And I would note that that's a factor not addressed in the public. That could change.
Mr. Decker, the only thing that's given me a bit of concern here is that the probable cause affidavit notes that he is the owner of this boat.
Yes.
I'm going to need you to make sure this gentleman does not flee the jurisdiction.
Yes.
All right, have your word on that?
And I'll make sure that if necessary, passport is
All right, I'm comfortable with that. Why don't we have a passport surrender within 24 hours and a $6,000 bond, sir?
Well, Your Honor,
Yes.
one, I mean, it is, I do have a cause for concern. One, there's an allegation that he made a threat to kill. Also, I mean, if the concern is fleeing by boat, I don't know necessarily that a passport surrender is going to necessarily prevent that. Obviously, it would appear he's a man of means, Your Honor, out on the DUI. I would ask for reconsideration of the $1,000 bond.
How old are they?
Well, this is my question. This is what I don't quite understand, Mr. Linder. I see
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
threats to kill. I see the allegations of the severity of the injury, and yet he was charged with misdemeanor battery.
Well, because, Your Honor, it does, even the threat to kill in and of itself wouldn't be a cause for a higher charge to be filed, Your Honor, and...
I agree, but according to the probable cause affidavit, he detained her on the boat. He caused some severe bruising to the neck area, and again, the officer charged him with misdemeanor battery.
Yeah, and Your Honor, I don't know why, because it certainly seems like
Owning property, bank accounts, automobiles?
there could have been, I don't know specifically, it seems like there are allegations that could potentially support a charge of strangulation. I've not have contact with the officer, so I don't know why those charges weren't filed, Your Honor. All I can go by is what is here in the report. I think legally speaking, the probable cause, the allegations support the offense. There are other allegations, I think, that are aggravating in nature, though, that would support a higher bond.
the judge would suggest that the bond be suggested plus the surrender of the passport.
But it'll rain, she can get my ass in trouble.
I don't know if the state's concerned. I'm going to raise the bond a little bit to $2,500. Sir, you're going to surrender your passport within 24 hours of your release. You can give it to Mr. Dutko. He'll know how to get that surrendered.
Judge, in the past, what I've done is I've filed an affidavit with the clerk's office that I'm holding it. Would that be satisfactory
Fine.
for Your Honor's purpose?
That's fine. And sir, you're to have absolutely no contact with this victim. You cannot call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. You're going to stay at least 500 feet away. Any violation of that will subject you to rearrest. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right, very good.
That they're gonna need
All right.
more.
Thank you,
Just,
Mr. Dunko.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, there has to be a pass.
Good luck, sir. All right.
Yeah, within 24 hours.
Brittany,
You got the hand in your pants, take your hand out of your pants.
All right, Miss Young, good morning. You're charged with a
Mike.
violation of
Here's
a
the,
domestic violence
case
injunction. I'm going to find probable cause for the arrest. And I'll note that this was a co-arrest. All right. Do you have any priors?
One moment, Your Honor.
2013, resisting without violence.
2011.
2011, sorry.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Officer.
Judge, may I approach sidebar?
Sure.
I just go. Ma'am, I'm to the judge about the information you provide me, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right.
All right, we're back on the record. Thank you, Mr. Opsell. All right.
In addition to what I mentioned sidebar, I just want to reiterate, she just doesn't have money to afford a bond right now.
All right. Well, how do you pay your bills, ma'am?
I'm in a shelter right now.
I understand that, but you have other expenses and bills. How do you pay them?
I get help. I mean, I don't really have. My kids go to a school that doesn't charge. And then I get support for one of them.
All right. I'll release her to standard pretrial. Ma'am, you're going to be on pretrial release. You're going to have to stay in contact with them. You're going to have to check in with them by tomorrow at the latest. And you're going to have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find him on social media. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Judge,
Yes.
I've been advised by an individual here that he says he has morning court in front of Judge Uson. I don't know if the state can verify that, and if he does, if we could sue him so he can be transported to his courtroom.
Yeah, that's no problem. What's his name?
David Koliba, he's on page 21 of your docket. Mr. Koliba, come on up.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Koliba.
Good morning.
Let's see here. You're charged with possession with intent to sell methamphetamine, possession of cannabis, possession of hydrocodone, possession of drug paraphernalia, driving with a suspended license, and 5 felony warrants. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $2,500. Count 2, dollars. Count 3, 1,000. Counts 4 and 5, $100 each. There's no bond on counts 6 through 10. If he does have a hearing, deputies, go ahead and transport him forthwith to Judge Usan. All right, good luck, sir.
I need him.
All right. Juanita Lewis?
No problem.
No problem.
All right.
You too.
First to the felony battery on count 2. Is that priors or are they alleging great bodily harm?
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I have a corrective report that's come.
Oh, okay, thanks.
It's going to be felony battery. I'm also giving the state of
Oh, it already was felony battery.
Thank you.
Judge, I would argue it's a misdemeanor battery.
Well, let's see what's
Says she attacked her with a knife. Paragraph 1, it says, I was approached by family members who stated Juanita was armed with a knife and attacked her own daughter. I call that a felony battery. The assault's different. The assault's the PS3 remote and the fork. All right. I'm going to find probable cause, ma'am, for aggravated assault with intent to commit a felony, felony battery, and criminal mischief.
I know, I'm checking right
All right.
now.
Any contact with the applicant? But wait. All right. Mr. Linder, any priors?
Your Honor, I'm putting her information in the system. If you want to inquire, I'll just need a minute.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Officer.
Judge, she's a resident of Broward County for 1 year. She's originally from Miami. She was living with her daughter. She came back from Miami to take care of her daughter. She's currently not working. She's on disability. As of now, she has her phone in the property. She'll be asking a court to sign an order to allow her to have access to her property. I would ask the court to set a reasonable bond.
All right. I'll sign the property order.
Okay.
I don't think it's here one.
Possession of marijuana out of Dade County, 2008. (2009) out of Dade. False imprisonment, aggravated battery, great bodily harm. I can also tell you, Judge, from 2009 to 2010, out of Dade County, an individual obtained a injunction order of protection against Ms. Lewis.
All right, ma'am. It'll be a $5,000 bond on count 1, $5,000 bond on count 2, ROR count 3. You're to have no contact with the alleged victim, your daughter. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. Do you understand? All right, ma'am. We're all done with the hearing. Good luck to you. Nicole Davis.
No problem.
5 on each. 5,000 each.
All right, Ms. Davis, you're charged with possession of heroin. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. I'll set bond at $1,000, ma'am. Are you interested in doing the SAP program? The inpatient substance abuse program?
I don't know what it is.
Judge, well,
I'm
I was speaking with her earlier. I can tell you that she's a resident of Broward County since she was 3 years old. She lives in an apartment. She's been at that same apartment for 15 years. She splits rent. Her dad helps her pay the rent, which is about $750. She chips in at $400. Her dad is an auto mechanic. She works as a secretary there. Our mom just recently passed away. Out with the court consider pretrial release.
What are her priors?
2015 theft, 2015 possession of drug paraphernalia, 2014 grand theft auto with a violation of probation, 2003 resisting without violence, 2002 possession of marijuana. End of record.
All right. Given the priors and the prior VOP, I'm going to increase the bond to $2,500. There's an in custody substance abuse program if you're interested in doing that.
Can I just take my bond?
Yep. Good luck.
Will the court keep the bond at $1,000? Well, that was the court's intent
No,
originally.
I'm gonna keep it at $2,500. All right. Good luck, ma'am. Oh. All right. Hi. How are you, ma'am? Thanks for coming. All right. Great. Good morning. We're waiting on the state attorney. I have another case though that needs a Creole interpreter.
Okay.
I'm going to text you.
All right, so Pierre Lewis needs one, but there was another. Aside from Miss Pierre Lewis, is there someone else who needs a Creole interpreter?
I'll ask at Maine. Creole?
Creole. Yo, come on, sir.
We have one at North Broward, John.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, there's one in North
And we have
Broward.
one gentleman here at Maine.
Okay, good. All right, you know what? Let me take care of the one at Maine, and then I'll go over to North Broward, and then let me know what the status is.
Yeah, I just texted her.
All right, no problem. All right. And ma'am, let me just have you raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to accurately translate from English to Creole and Creole to English to the best of your ability?
Yes, I do.
Very good.
Jocelyn Telson.
Thank you, Jocelyn. All right, so what's the gentleman's name, Mr. Romero?
Nicholas, could the interpreter ask him what's his last name?
Sir,
Comment Léo? Comment Léo?
Oh.
By tout nom.
Stand here. No. Nicholas Gerillos.
19.
19? Okay.
Nicholas.
You're out on bond on another case. It's not going to get the pretrial, so he's going to revoke the bond. You're out on it.
Your Honor, I couldn't inquire as far as his ties to the community. There was a language barrier. If you could inquire through the interpreter, we would appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Gerillos, I'm Judge Davis.
Monsieur Gerillos, Monsieur Juge Davis.
Sir, you've been charged with battery on an officer,
Yo chargé de battre un officier.
aggravated assault on an officer,
Et puis ou frapper officier.
resisting an officer without violence,
Ou résister que l'œil au Québec ou sans violence.
and a violation of a municipal ordinance of the city of Deerfield Beach.
Et puis ou violer toute loi Deerfield Beach.
Do you understand that, sir? That you've been charged with these crimes?
Est-ce qu'on comprend tout crime yo charge yo? Vous comprenez?
Okay, I have a concern.
Un bon problème.
I have a concern that Mr. Gerillos may not understand, even through the interpreter.
J'ai l'impression que ou pas comprendre même là c'est moi qui parle en créole.
What's happening here?
Qui ça qui privé là?
No, I speak English.
He keeps on just saying, I don't speak English. I don't know if he can hear the interpreter.
Est-ce qu'on entend?
No, I speak English.
Est-ce qu'on entend, monsieur? Monsieur Gardin? Est-ce qu'on entend?
C'est créole, ne m'attendez pas.
Moi c'est créole m'a parlé.
Oui, parlez non.
Okay, he said let's talk.
Okay, good. And Madam Interpreter, I'm just gonna, the microphone is right in front of you. There you go, there you go.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
there
why.
you go. Okay. All right, so I'm Judge Michael Davis.
C'est juge Michael Davis.
You've been charged with battery on an officer,
Yo chargé de battre un officier,
aggravated assault on an officer,
ou sauter, voler sous monsieur officier, a,
resisting an officer without violence,
ou résister que yo arrêté ou sans pas faire violence,
and possession of an open container of alcohol.
et yo charge autour que parce que te gen alcool sous.
Do you understand that you have been charged with these offenses?
Est-ce qu'on comprend que yo chargé ou pour tout l'argent que ça coûtait?
Do you know what year it is, sir?
Est-ce qu'on connaît qui année ça y est, kounye a? Dans qui année nous y est?
All right, this gentleman, I don't believe that he has the ability to participate in his own defense. I'm not sure that he understands what's happening. I'm going to ask that the jail conduct a mental health evaluation with a Creole speaking evaluator.
Yo pas demander que yo font évaluation pour vous avec un monde qui parle créole.
And I'll reset the matter to tomorrow.
Et ma vle ou demain.
Mr. Grant?
If he requires Baker Act or any further mental health services,
Et si vous besoin d'un service mental ou bien un acte pour aider vous,
I'll ask that he be evaluated for that.
m'a demandé que yo font évaluation pour vous.
But the court is not convinced that he has an understanding of what's happening right now.
La cour la pas gain impression, la cour pas gain impression qu'on comprenne ça qui passe là.
Deputy, if there's any problem having a Creole speaking evaluator located, let me know. And I will make some telephone calls.
Si yo pas joindre yo moun qui t'a capable faire évaluation pour vous, juge a demandé pour yo balou coup de fil, pour yo relever dans téléphone la
Nicholas, I'm going to have you see the doctor.
Nicolas, m'a pas faire un docteur well.
I hope that you are well, and perhaps I will see you tomorrow.
J'espère que tout bagay comprend bien et que nous capable boire demain.
Yes.
Judge.
Do you owe anybody any money,
Okay, so
credit
you want
card?
they want a court order?
No.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I think
He's in
that
the
way it'll get to Armor
detox.
for
He's
sure.
in the detox unit, so it's a nurse up
Positive.
there.
Yeah, if he doesn't mind.
24/7.
What was that, Mr. Romero? I'm sorry.
Could we, through the interpreter, ask him a family's phone number so I can maybe contact the family so they're not worried about him? Or
Yeah.
I don't know if there's some concern or
Can you
anything like
ask him
that.
if he can provide us with the name of a family member or a phone number, anything?
Nicolas, est-ce qu'on capable bay non yon moun nan famille ou avec numéro téléphone ni pour yo sa contacter parce que yo capable yo pas connaît kotoye bay numéro téléphone ak non yon moun nan famille.
Téléphone. Téléphone.
What did he say? You know what he said?
I didn't hear.
Téléphone.
I have no telephone.
Téléphone.
I don't have a telephone.
Do you have a children or
Kay
a
moun kote mi agen téléphone men bagen son.
Where I live, there is a telephone, but I don't have the number.
No, I
Kay
know.
kote mo ti agen téléphone men bagen son pa kon li.
There is a telephone, but I don't know how to read it.
But maybe there's someone, we can find the number, but maybe there's someone, a family member who cares about you that we can call for you.
Nous capable joindre le téléphone pour vous sous ba nous non you moun dans famille
Moun nan gen téléphone, yo le Michel, men moi pa kon de gen papier téléphone nan. M'te kite la kay ba son.
The person's name is Michelle. I had the phone number for Michelle, but I left
Gen
it.
non, gen Michel gen Michael.
Who is Michelle to you?
Michelle and Michael. Qui
Yes,
ça yo
sir.
yé pour vous? Qui ça yo yé pour vous?
Yo même yo gen téléphone la kay la mi avec yo. Men moi
Qui
pa
ça
gen son.
qui ça yo yé pour vous? C'est famille ou?
Ça dit là.
C'est famille ou? Qui ça yo yé pour vous?
Ah, m'a fait longtemps m'te ta maman yo vinn mourir.
There are Michelle and Michael.
La Tibonite non sorti.
I live
Haïti
with
la Tibonite.
I lived with their mother at one time. The mother passed away, and I continued to live with them. These are people from Artibonite Valley in Haiti.
What are their last names? Do you know?
Est-ce qu'on connaît dernier nom yo? Qui dernier nom yo?
Hein?
Qui dernier nom yo, Nicolas?
Michael.
Michael?
All right, I'm gonna
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
let the professionals deal with it. Perhaps they might be able to get a better answer. I will set this to tomorrow morning.
Michel.
Good luck, Nicholas. Feel better.
All anyone makes mention. Text message you sent.
All right, man.
You've been previously object. Could the court write that in their findings? I know the court ordered it.
Yeah, it's on the fine. I wrote it on the findings. Did I write it in the findings? Oh no. Here, I'll. That's all right. Just somebody give me an order and I'll do it.
Can you give me the full name of Nicolas,
All right.
please?
Yeah.
The Nicolas, the one.
Okay, good. All right, and I'm going to call now to get Pierre Lewis.
No problem, Judge Davis.
Thank you. Let me have that paperwork back 1 second. I'm going to put the case number and stuff. Thank you.
Juros, Juro.
All right. It's just a booking number.
No.
No case number. Okay. I'll do it after we handle the Pierre Lewis case.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Miss Pierre Lewis, I'm Judge Michael Davis.
Monsieur Pierre-Louis, Madame Pierre-Louis, moi c'est juge Davis.
We have the state here,
Patricia Abdi on behalf of the state.
and you also have a public defender here on your behalf.
Ou gen yon avocat ki pale de ou.
Ma'am, you're charged with failure to stop or remain at an accident involving death.
Madame, ou yo charge ou parce que ou te font accident et pour ou courir et puis un accident moun nan mouri.
I've reviewed the probable cause arrest affidavit.
Moi gade tout ka ou et puis raison qui fait ko la.
I'm going to find that there was probable cause to arrest you.
Et moi pral charger ou parce que moi joine que gen bon raison qui fait que yo arrêté ou.
Now we're going to discuss a bond.
Kounya nous pral discuter combien l'argent pour mettre pour yo lage ou.
Let me hear from the state attorney, please.
Your Honor, the state is asking that a substantial bond amount be set in this case. The state is considering $100,000.
Just let's
L'État mande que yo charge un bon de $100,000 et gen pile raison pour ça.
Because, Your Honor, as you see, David, it's this second not only at the scene, she on January 3rd, 2017 sent a message to her employer saying, "Hi Antonio, I have emergency. I'm going black to my country. When I'm coming in black, I'll call you. Thank you."
Raison qui fait que y a qu'un beau comme ça, c'est parce que le 3 janvier ou te relé bossou et pour dire li allô moi pral m'pa venir dans travail m'a pral c'est parce que moi pral la caille moi m'a tourner dans pays.
The other message that which she met was, "I am going back to my country." She is a permanent resident in the United States.
Raison qui fait que yo pense que ou t'a couru c'est parce que ou sont résidents permanents des États-Unis.
She has no ties to this community.
Li pa gen aucun relation avec pays ou.
Officers would not have arrested her yesterday because they believed that she was going to flee the country and go back to Haiti.
Et nous pensons que c'est pas ou dit ça c'est parce que ou te gen intention quitter pays ici pour courir aller en Haïti pour cacher.
I do see that there was this thing started at some point. It's not clear when, maybe sometime before 2012. She wasn't actually, I don't know what happened, but there was a report that this thing started at some point. The state believes she
En, en 2012, il semblait que tu as une motion pour te retirer. Mais nous ne connaissons pas pour qui ça te une motion ça. Et, madame, avocat l'État pensait que
that removal proceedings are in California.
quand ça a commencé en Californie et puis fini dans l'État de la Floride.
She also there was an issue with her date of birth. The date of birth that she gave her employer was different than her actual date of birth.
Note. Il y a un problème avec date de naissance ou tout, parce que date de naissance qu'on va employer, moun qui emploie là, définitivement pas date de naissance.
Which is why, as the court could see in the public record,
Et c'est pour ça que le papier que tu as besoin de tirer sur, il était très difficile pour te joindre nous.
so based on that, the state is asking for a $100,000 bond. If she gets released, that she be placed on pre-trial release level 1 with a GPS monitor. Special conditions, no driving, a surrender of her blue card as a would not have
Aussi, nous demandons que yo mette sous bon $100,000 et puis que yo retire tout papier au passeport, tout papier que vous gagnez qui est légal pour yo retirer pour pas aller aucun côté.
I also want her to surrender her Haitian passport.
Moi demande tout que yo retire et passeport haïtien de ou.
Mr. Afsal?
I couldn't communicate with her because of the language barrier. If the court would allow me, I could ask some questions.
Sure, go ahead.
Avocat pour demander poser quelques questions.
Miss Pierre Louis, how long have you lived in Fort Lauderdale?
Miss Pierre Louis, ça fait combien de temps depuis que vous vivez dans Fort Lauderdale?
5 ans.
5 years?
Oui.
Ou dis-toi?
5 ans. Parce que petit moi gen 4 ans.
And how long have you lived at the address in North Lauderdale?
Ça fait combien de temps depuis que vous vivez dans l'adresse dans North Lauderdale là?
M'pas songe non.
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you have family here in Fort Lauderdale?
Est-ce que vous avez une famille dans Fort Lauderdale là?
Oui, quand ma tête moi-même, t'es là kay sem nan, puis c'est dans Riverside, et puis m'vin joindre à tête moi.
Yes, I live presently with my aunt. I used to live with my sister, but we moved and I'm living presently with my aunt.
Okay. Prior to your incarceration, how long were you at your job?
Avant que yo te mette en prison, combien de temps que tu fait dans travail là? Combien d'années?
M'pas songe non parce que compagnie s'il gen 2 ans, gen 2 ans à travailler tout.
I don't recall exactly, but if the company is a 2-year-old company, I've been 2 years there.
And what did you do there?
Qui sont te fait dans travail là?
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping?
Oui.
Yes.
How much money did you make doing that job?
Combien d'argent te fait dans travail ça?
Qu'on fait $500 par quinzaine.
$500 every 2 weeks.
Okay. Do you currently have any money in the bank?
Est-ce qu'on a aucun argent à la banque kounye?
Oui.
Yes.
How much would you say you have?
Combien on pense qu'on gagne?
M'pas songe.
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you pay rent where you live?
Est-ce qu'on paye le loyer quand on va vivre là?
Oui, nous payons la famille, l'aime toucher m'bay ma tête moi parce que mon petit petit en dedans.
Yes, when I get paid, I give my money because I have a kid in there.
How much you pay?
Combien on paye?
Parce qu'on est $500 me fait pour 15 ans, plus ma paye de care pour $100 chaque vendredi. Je kon paye un bill courant, parfois bill de l'eau, je kon paye parce que je n'ai pas enough money.
I make $500 a week, and I pay $100 for daycare, and I have to pay for the water. So I give the rest of the money.
Who would bond you out of jail?
C'est qui moun qui t'a retiré nan saute dans prison là?
Famille yo, m'pa konnen non.
My family, I'm not sure, I don't know.
Do you know how much they can afford?
Est-ce qu'on connaît combien l'argent yo capable bay pour?
Non, m'pa konnen non.
No, I don't know.
Do you own any property?
Est-ce que gon aucun propriété ici là qui pa ou? Qui c'est pour
Qui
vous?
sa propriété là? Non, m'pa gen ici non.
No, I have nothing here.
Judge, first thing I'm going to do is, because of language barrier, I couldn't talk to her extensively in detail. I just want to put that out there for the record. I would ask the court to set a reasonable $100,000 bond is something she can't afford. She seems to have been gainfully employed at her place of work doing housekeeping for about 2 years. She does have family here. She does have ties to the community. $100,000 bond will be tantamount to no bond for her.
Avocat pense que étant donné qu'on pas personne ici là vraiment yo pense que $100,000 bon c'est ça pour ta payer.
All right. Miss Pierre Lewis allegedly made a statement to the police.
Miss Pierre Louis, ou te fait une déclaration l'on t'a fait plaider cas.
That she was driving.
So, ou t'a conduit.
Hit someone.
Oui.
Ou frappe un moun.
Fled.
Et ou couri.
She then allegedly sent a text message to her employer.
Et puis après ça, ou voyez un message par texte à moun qui employé là.
Noting that it was her intent to go back to Haiti.
Et puis ou te dit que ou te gen intention retourner en Haïti.
It's clear to this court that Miss Pierre Lewis
clair pour nous dans code ça dans les États-Unis.
Intended to flee our jurisdiction.
Côté gen intention courir quitter juridiction ça.
Knowing
alors qu'on connaît
that she had been driving a motor vehicle.
Qu'on t'a conduit une voiture.
Hit and killed someone.
Et puis ou tué un monde.
I'm not even comfortable setting a monetary bond in this case.
Moi pas même senti malaise pour déclarer qui bon pour m'tabarou.
But the law tells me that I must.
Mais la loi dit que faut que moi faire li.
I believe that Miss Pierre Lewis would flee our jurisdiction if given the opportunity.
Jugement c'est que si ou te gen opportunité ou t'a couru quitter pays.
I'm going to set a $250,000 bond in this case.
Ma pe ba ou $250,000 comme bon.
If she's able to make that bond, she'll be on house arrest, pretrial release level 1 with a GPS monitor.
Et si ou capable bay comme ça, ou après y a plagué ou mais ou obligé rester la caillou avec un bracelet dans pied ou et puis pour yo connaître tout mouvement ou fait.
She must surrender her green card.
Faut qu'on remettre 4 vêtements qu'on gagne résidence là.
She must surrender her Haitian passport.
Ou remettre passeport haïtien ou.
She's forbidden from applying again for either.
Et ou pas gen droit al demander pour yo remettre yo.
And although she is on house arrest, I will also add that she may not operate any type of motor vehicle.
En plus que yo metto dans prison la caillou, ou pas gen droit pour conduire aucun voiture.
Although if she does make a monetary bond, she's not to even leave the house, so that should not be an issue.
Bien que si ou capable bay cob bon que yo mando là, ou pas gen droit quitter la caillou.
You understand what I've said, ma'am?
Est-ce qu'on comprend ça yo dit là?
Oui.
Yes.
Very good. Good luck. All right. Anyone else require the services of a Creole interpreter? All right. Thank you so much, ma'am,
Thank you,
for
Your
coming
Honor.
in. I appreciate it. All right. Just give me one moment before we go on to the next case. All right. So you want me to put the thank you. You want me to put the booking number in the top right corner? You said for Girolos. Oh, I see. Put it under where it says case number. No, I know. Where do you want me to put it on the order?
What's the case?
Case number,
Based
okay.
on the nature of the case is concerned, but here I have a text message that says what she wants to do. I'm sure it's edible. That's really what they get it right with that way. They may write you ask for, but they're not gonna write like, just surrender.
Yeah.
Card and
Let the clerk know we're doing it.
police. You're fine, trust me.
Mm-hmm. Correct. To the clerk.
I think what I asked for is by that.
Not the $1 million, remember? But that guy fled.
No, but I'm saying that you actually should not reduce it because she already got 700.
That's their arguments. The jury support their decision.
I thought you meant like the
Okay. Here you go. That's for Nicholas Girolos. All right. Moving right along. Kevin Matthews.
Mr. Matthews is here, President Maine.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Matthews. I'm Judge Davis. You've been charged with domestic violence battery. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Sir, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Kenny Matthews. Good morning. I'm his father.
Good morning. Okay, what did you want to tell me, Mr. Matthews?
Well, Your Honor, I'd just like to tell you that my son is a wonderful son, a wonderful kid. I love him very much. I'm very proud of him. He's a good student. He's an AB student. He still currently has 6 more months left in school until he graduates. He lives with me currently, even though he is 18. He's still in high school. His age allows that he's still. We have a very good, strong family, and my daughters are here as well. And I don't fear in any way that there's any threat of any ongoing issues. I can tell you that I know we both want to work towards going forward and making positive strides. I want to get my son to graduate high school, and I would respectfully ask the court that he can be released to my, he does live with me, and him going elsewhere would be counterproductive, in my opinion, to his, getting over this and going forward.
Are you afraid of him if he comes back into the home?
No, I'm not. I love him very much, and I just want him home, and I want to work together.
What about you, ladies? You afraid of him? Are you afraid of violence if he comes back to live in the home?
No, not
all right. Any priors, Mr. Linder?
No, Your Honor, I didn't see it.
All right. All right. So
That is correct. And what?
I'm going to release him on his own recognizance. Okay. And I'm not going to issue a no contact order. Did I already sign it? Yeah, I'll tear it up. I'm not going to issue a no contact order. You may go back into the home, but Mr. Matthews, I'm going to caution you. If there's any further violence in the home and you're rearrested, we're going to have a different kind of conversation. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you. Thank you for coming in today, sir.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Alex Dubisson?
Mr. Dubisson, come on up.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Good morning, Mr. Dubisson. You're charged
Morning.
with domestic violence battery and resisting an officer without violence. I'm going to find probable cause for the offense.
Just wait.
All right. Any priors, Mr. Linder?
One moment. Your Honor, no priors.
All right. Mr. Romero?
And speaking with Mr. Dubisson, Your Honor, he's 23 years old. He's been living in our community for the past 3 years. He's currently employed. He works for 2 different companies. He works for Dubai Janitorial. He's been working for them for the past 3 years. And he currently works at the Hard Rock Stadium, and he's a cashier. He makes $8.25 there. He's been working there for the past 2 years. Your Honor, he does have a separate place to reside other than with the alleged victim. He will be planning on staying with his uncle. That's who he currently works with at Dubai Janitorial. He's saving up in order to go to college. He's gotten accepted into Broward College. Right now he's saving up for tuition. Your Honor, considering his lack of criminal priors, his ties to the community, we'd ask you to consider an ROR on Mr. Dubison's behalf.
All right, Mr. Dubinson, I'm going to set a $1,000 bond on count 1 and no monetary charge count 2. You're going to have no contact with your mother. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Ernesto Gomez Armada.
Mr. Gomez Armada is here present, Your Honor. He speaks only Spanish, and he advised me that he has, he declined the services as a public defender.
Okay. All right, very good. So let's order up a Spanish interpreter. We'll call the case back.
Tomar asiento, por favor.
Jose Noel?
Mr. Noel is here present, Your Honor. If I could be heard in reference to probable cause, Your Honor?
Sure.
Knowing as far as the standards low regarding probable cause, we'd ask you to still take into account that there was a cross arrest, Your Honor. In the police affidavit regarding the arrest, Your Honor, it does indicate that Mr. Noel was the individual who actually contacted the police. I believe the contact was at the dollar store. If you've noticed the address of the dollar store, it's directly across the street where Mr. Noel is staying. He's staying at 1220 Northeast 6th Street. Apartment number 218, which is in the same avenue, First Avenue in Pompano, which is across the street from the dollar store. Mr. Noel called the police when he realized that the co-arrestee was present at the store, and he wanted to get the police officers involved in order for him to abide by any court orders. At this time, we'd be asking you not to find probable cause for count number 1, Your Honor.
All right. She says that he got there first. He says she got there first. This is going to have to be up to a judge or jury to sort out. I'm going to find probable cause. I'm going to set bond on count 1 at $1,000. No bond on counts 2 and 3. You're going to have no contact with the alleged victim, sir. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. And you've got a hearing coming up with your division judge January 10th, 9:45 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, there's a third.
No, it's the same.
Oh, I see. It's just, I see.
You guys have one person.
Got it.
Your Honor, may I put an order on
I gave the,
Sure.
say the copy. Nice of them.
Thank you so much. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Andre Halstead.
Mr. Halstead, come on up, please.
All right, Mr. Alstead, you're charged with aggravated battery of a pregnant victim. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Any contact with the victim?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any priors for surrender?
I'm not showing anything. Anything on this one?
Said not showing anything?
I'm not showing anything.
Okay, Mr. Romero?
And speaking with Mr. Halstead, he's been residing in South Florida for the past 12 years. He is employed. He works at Popeye's restaurant. He's a cook. He's been working for the same establishment for the past 4 years. He makes $9.30 an hour. Unfortunately, he has no money in the bank, no property. As the state confirmed, this is his first arrest. He did advise me that he will be residing at a separate place. Your Honor, we'd ask you to set a reasonable bond as to Mr. Halstead.
All right, sir, it's going to be a $7,500 bond on count one. You're going to have no contact with the alleged victim. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. Do you understand? Good luck. Rayleigh Salas.
I need to talk to you.
All right, Mr. Salas, you're charged with domestic violence battery. I'm going to find probable cause for the offense, sir. Any contact with the victim? Okay. All right. Any priors?
1 moment, Your Honor.
I went on.
Hold on. I got it. No priors, Judge.
All right. Mr. Romero?
Yes, and speaking with Mr. Salas, he's been in South Florida for the past 12 years. He is currently employed. He works at Papa John's in delivery. He makes $5.15 an hour plus tips. He has no money in the bank. He does own a vehicle. It's a 2013 Ford with 61,000 miles on it. As the state confirmed, this is his first arrest ever. We'd be asking you to consider an ROR on Mr. Salas' behalf.
All right, Mr. Salas, is going to be a $1,500 bond. You're going to have no contact with the alleged victim. That's your father. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find him on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck.
Judge, I've been advised Mr. Salas has all his belongings there. Can he go one time with the accompaniment of law enforcement
with
to
law
retrieve?
enforcement, yep. That's no problem.
Thank you.
All right, you have some updated paperwork for James McCall? All right. James McCall, that's a perfection from yesterday.
Mr. McCall is here present. He's on page 26 of the docket. Mr. McCall, come on up.
Or maybe not from yesterday. I don't remember this one.
I believe it was over the week on
From
Sunday.
From Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
Or Monday.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I just need a paperwork.
You can try to coordinate.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I always say that the next thing was complete now, really.
Got it. Okay. You have enough time to read this, Mr. Officer? You have enough. They gave you the updated on McCall, right? You don't have time to read it? Okay, good. No, you're fine. All right, Mr. McCall, I'm going to find probable cause for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery. Have you had any contact with the victim, advocate? All right. Priors?
1 moment, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm showing theft from last year, disorderly intoxication from '04. I don't know if pretrial has any notes still from Monday. Okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Romero?
Judge and speaking, Mr. McCall, he's been residing in South Florida his whole life. He is currently working. He works at Weston Moving. He's been working for that company for the past 10 years. He makes $15 an hour. He has no money in the bank, no property. He lives in Hollywood. He has 2 children. He has shared parental responsibility with the mother. Your Honor, we'd be asking you to set a reasonable bond as to Mr. McCall.
All right, Mr. McCall, it's going to be a $10,000 bond in count 1, $5,000 bond count 2. You're to have no contact with the alleged victim. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. And we have the jail conduct a mental health evaluation. Good luck. All right, we have the Spanish interpreter here. Good morning. If I could have Mr. Gomez Armada come on back up.
Senor Armada.
Madam, I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to accurately translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do. Good morning, Solange Sands.
Good morning.
And Judge, he declined to serve as public defender.
All right. Sir, you've been charged with domestic violence battery.
Señor, se le acusa de violencia doméstica, de agresión.
I'm going to find probable cause for that offense.
Decido que hay suficientes pruebas para ese delito.
Victim advocate, have you had any contact with this victim?
La consejera de víctimas ha tenido contacto con la víctima. Sí, pero no me dijo nada.
Does he have any criminal priors?
¿Tiene antecedentes?
Your Honor,
No.
I'm asking the state attorney. I'm sorry.
Voy a preguntar a la fiscalía.
DUI 2013.
Un DUI del 2013.
He was arrested in 1999 in the state of Oregon for menacing, domestic abuse, assault in the 4th degree domestic abuse.
Por amenazas y por violencia doméstica de 4º grado.
I have no disposition.
Pero no veo cómo se cuál fue la disposición de ese caso.
So when I asked, sir, if you had any criminal history and you said no, that was a lie.
Entonces, señor, cuando yo pregunté si usted tenía antecedentes criminales, usted dijo no, estaba mintiendo.
Con este mismo caso.
With this case.
Clever.
Okay.
Your Honor, I can't advise the court since this incident occurred. The alleged victim has obtained a temporary injunction order of protection against Mr. Gomez.
Debo informarle al tribunal que desde que ocurrió este incidente, la supuesta víctima ha pedido un interdicto de protección contra el señor Gómez.
All right, it's going to be a $5,000 bond, sir.
La fianza va a ser $5,000.
You're going to have no contact with the alleged victim.
Me queda prohibido el contacto con la supuesta víctima.
Stay 500 feet away from her.
Debe quedarse a 500 pies de distancia.
Don't call.
No la llame.
Or text.
No le mande mensajes de teléfono. No le escriba.
Or try to find her on social media.
Y no trate de encontrarla en los medios sociales.
You understand what I've said?
¿Entiende lo que le dije? Yes.
Good luck.
Buena suerte.
Anyone else require the services of the Spanish interpreter?
Yes, there's one more individual, Mr. Fuentes Bello. He is on page 6 of your docket.
Sure.
Was that a domestic? Keep on going.
All right, Mr. Fuentes Bello.
Señor Fuentes Bello.
You have a felony warrant from another state.
Usted tiene orden de arresto por delito de grado mayor de otro estado.
I think it's Colorado.
Me parece que es de Colorado.
I'm going to find probable cause for that warrant.
Veo que hay suficientes pruebas para esa orden de arresto.
You're going to be held without bond at this time.
Va a estar encarcelado sin fianza por ahora.
I will see you either tomorrow or Monday.
Lo volveremos a ver mañana o el lunes.
In my extradition court.
Es para el tribunal de extradición.
We'll go over your legal options.
Y ahí le vamos a explicar sus opciones legales.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
Spanish, español, ¿alguien más? Español. Nobody else here at Maine.
All right, thank you, Solange. Have a nice day.
Thank
Great to
you.
see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Bye.
All right, Jerome Wolf, please.
Mr. Wolf,
Conti,
Jerome
Your
Wolf.
Honor.
Oh,
Conti.
Conti.
Oh, okay. All right, good morning, Mr. Wolf. You have an out-of-state felony warrant, sir. I'm going to find probable cause for that warrant. And you're going to be held without bond at this time. I will see you either tomorrow or Monday on my extradition docket, and I'll give you some legal options about whether or not you want to be brought back to that state. All right? Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Kathy Walker. Oh, I'm sorry, she's a municipal ordinance. Let me just text Mr. Shate. There's a few cases for him. All right. In the meantime, Alicia Spadell. All right. Okay. That's all right. Good morning.
All right, Your Honor.
All righty. Very good. Ma'am, you've been charged with a burglary of armed burglary of a structure or conveyance and grand theft. It's count 41 and 42. I'm going to find probable cause. I'm also going to find that the proof is evident or the presumption is great to hold you without bond at this time. It's not going to prevent your attorneys at the public defender's office from seeking a full evidentiary hearing on that finding. For today, you'll be held with no bond on count 41. Count 42, the bond is $1,000, and you're to have no contact with the alleged victims in the case. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. You understand?
And
Judge,
excuse me. Yes, I do. Did you say you said armed?
Judge, let me make my argument, okay? I did have an opportunity to review the probable cause affidavit, Judge. I think the issue with regards to the proof evident presumption great. I think there is enough for probable cause, but I think the issue of the arm aspect would be for support based on that. What was provided to the court was established probable cause for the offense, not proof evident presumption great. And I would ask the court not to find proof evident presumption great.
All right, I understand. I'm going to overrule the objection. Again, ma'am, you're going to have an opportunity for a full hearing on this, but for today, it'll be without bond. Good luck.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Devin Correa.
North Broward.
North Broward, okay. All right. Good morning, ma'am. You're charged with 2 counts of violating your felony probation, and you have 1 out-of-state felony warrant. I'm going to find probable cause. You're going to be held without bond on all 3 counts. You've got a violation of probation hearing coming up with Judge Colra, January 17th at 8:30. And I will also see you on my extradition docket to talk about whether or not you want to be brought back to your other state. All right?
Okay, can I ask one question?
Sure.
What do you know what the charges are in the other state?
Let's see. Sometimes they put it down, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just say there's a warrant.
It says,
Is it the?
less than
Yeah,
$1,000
it's from Denver, yeah. Fraud, shoplifting, failure to appear.
Where in Denver?
Device. But,
in Denver or in Maryland?
Denver, it looks like. Denver is fraud,
Oh, I already
shoplifting, and failure
served
to
my
appear.
time. Oh, I already served my time in Denver.
So that's for Maryland?
No, for Denver, you said. I served 4 months in Denver for that. And that's why I'm here on a violation. I had turned myself in on that violation yesterday, and I got 90 days, sentenced to 90 days.
That's for Maryland, Desiree, or Denver? You do? Because here it says Denver PD. All right. I think that's out of Maryland, though.
All of those charges?
We'll know a little bit more. All I know right now is that there's a warrant. We'll know a little bit more on the extradition docket when the state attorney will have a little bit more information. They'll put you on either tomorrow or Monday, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, good luck. All right, Mr. Shate is ready. So let me call up Kathy Walker.
No problem, John.
All right. Morning, Mr. Shade. I'm good. How are you doing? All right, we got just a few cases for you today, starting with Kathy Walker. Kathy, you're being held on a misdemeanor warrant for violation of the City of Municipal Ordinance of Hollywood. That's trespassing on private property. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Well, it's a warrant. What are her priors, if any?
Sir,
Oh, sorry. Let me see here. 231569. Kathy, I'm appointing an attorney to represent you free of charge. His name is Stephen Shate. He's on the phone.
Okay.
she was arrested
Good morning.
Morning.
November of last year. Capias on heroin, paraphernalia, open container. She got placed on probation on the heroin charge.
Mm-hmm. So she's currently on probation?
Your Honor, this charge was when I was in court when they put me on probation. They didn't transport me to Hollywood.
Before that arrest in July, that was the original heroin arrest. At the same time, she was also arrested on a couple MO cases. Trespass, panhandling.
She could have been in custody during the issuance of this
Yes,
case.
I was, Your Honor.
Well,
All right.
when was it issued?
December 5th?
That's when I was released from jail, December 5th. No, the 6th, actually.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, Kathy. You'll come back and deal with this case on another day. I don't know if this violates your probation or not.
Okay.
Wait
No,
a minute.
it can't because
Can't because it took place.
she was placed on probation.
All right, never mind. Kathy, if you want to plead no contest, I'll find you guilty and give you time served. You want to do that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, tell me your full name. You can put your hand down.
Kathy Lynn Walker.
All right, Miss Walker, you've been charged with trespassing. How do you plead to that offense? You want to plead
No contest.
No contest? Okay. If you understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up your right to have a trial?
Yes, I do.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication that might make it difficult for you to understand me?
No, I'm not.
All right. I'm going to find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'll find you guilty of the trespass. I'll sentence you to time served, and you'll have a year to pay those court costs. All right? Stay out of trouble, Kathy.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care of yourself. I've got three more for you, Steve. Eric Fett.
Mr. Fett, come on up. Jeremy.
All right, Mr. Fett, good morning. You're charged with a violation of a municipal ordinance out of the city of Oakland Park. I'm going to find probable cause for the offense. It's panhandling. All right, what are his priors? 598704.
Last arrest was May 2016 in Broward. That was on a theft. Pled out. February of 2016. Another theft that he pled out. November 2015. Panhandling. Pled that out.
Eric, I got to tell you, this cop went out of his way to try to help you. He even offered you some of his own lunch, but you refused. And even after that, he still gave you new sneakers, new clothes, a cosmetics kit. So, you like being out on the street? Because it seems pretty unpleasant to me.
Oh, I have a place to stay. My friend wasn't home right now, but thank you.
If you have a place to stay, then why are you out on the street panhandling?
My friend was out of town, but he's back now, so I have a place to stay. Sorry about this.
All right. If you want to plead no contest, I'll find you guilty of the panhandling and give you 3 days in the Broward County Jail. Do you want to do that?
Thank you.
All right. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Put your hand down and tell me your full name.
Eric Robert Fetty. Fett.
Mr. Fett, you've been charged with panhandling. How do you plead to that offense? Do you want to plead no contest?
Yes.
You understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up your right to have a trial?
Yes.
Are you under the influence today of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication that make it difficult for you to understand me?
No.
All right, I find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'm going to find you guilty of the offense of panhandling. I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in the Broward County Jail. I'll take notice of the time you've already served. You'll have 1 year to pay the court costs, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
All righty. Richard Mackey.
That way, hey. Go back that way.
Do you have an attorney? I'm sorry?
All righty. Mr. Mackey, you're being held on a warrant for violation of a municipal ordinance of the city of Hollywood. It's possession of an open container of alcohol. Does he get anything recent? 730-444. Hey, George.
Nothing recent, at least in Broward.
Mr.
It's been
Grover?
less than 8 years.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mackey, if you wish to plead no contest to this charge, I will withhold the adjudication, and you'll have a year to pay court costs. Do you want to do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead and raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Put your hand down and tell me your full name.
Richard John Mackey.
All right, Mr. Mackey, you've been charged with possession of an open container of alcohol. How do you wish to plead to that offense?
No contest?
Do you understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up your right to have a trial?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication today that would make it difficult for you to understand me?
No.
All right. I find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'm going to withhold adjudication. You'll have 1 year to pay the court costs, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And all these. Yeah, all right, good luck. All right, last one for you, Mr. Shade Shannon Stone. Shannon. Nice try, though.
Morning.
Yeah. All right, good morning, Mr. Stone. You're charged with trespassing an occupied structure. You're also being held on a misdemeanor warrant for it's also a trespass. Yeah, trespass on private property. All right, Mr. Stone, I'm going to appoint Mr. Shade to represent you on count 2, which is the municipal ordinance charge. I'm going to keep the bonds in place as they are at this time. $100 on count 1, $100 on count 2. Good luck.
Would I be able to plead out?
Not today. Not today. All right, good luck.
Have a good one.
All right, Mr. Shade, thank you so much. All right, bye-bye now. All right, Mr. Odom, do you have a... All right, sure. Yeah, in the afternoon. Yep.
Mr. Roberts, Maxwell Roberts on page 24.
Oh, yeah, so he's got a VOP, I think?
Yes, he has out-of-county hold on count 1 and
that's it, out-of-county hold. Yes, I'm on the docket.
Lidum Gonzalez Ramos? Gonzalez Ramos?
Hang on a second, we're doing, there's one municipal ordinance. What's this?
Roberts is the last name on page 24.
Oh, Roberts? Oh.
Page 24.
Dontrell Roberts, it says no paperwork.
Oh, no paperwork?
This is the worst again.
All right. No paperwork. You think this afternoon? All right.
Okay, so I'll do
All
him in.
All right, thanks, George. I'll
Thank
see you
you,
anyway for the other second look this afternoon anyway.
Okay.
All right, thanks so much. Hang on one sec. All right, Angel Johnson.
Paul Ryan.
Your Honor, her bond posted.
Okay, all right, I'll find probable cause. Michelle McFadden.
Ms. McFadden's coming up.
don't drink, but I got three.
All right, Miss McFadden, you're charged with violating your felony probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time, and you'll see Judge Cohen January 10th, 9:45 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you.
Vladimir LeBranch.
Mr. LeBranch?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. LeBranch. You're charged with trespassing an occupied structure. I'm going to find probable cause for the offense.
Put that over there, please.
All right, what are his priors?
One moment, Judge. (2011) resisting without violence, trespass, disorderly conduct. Everything else looks like was DWLS.
All right, Mr. Romero.
Mr. LeBranch advises me, Your Honor, if Your Honor would consider resolving his case to time served, he would wish to accept that offer.
All right.
What are you doing here
Took a
now?
calculated risk by coming back to the library. That's clever. All right, I'd give you 3 days if you want.
No contest.
Okay. All right, go ahead and raise your right hand.
Hold on one second, Your Honor. Let me explain to him. He's offering you 3 days to resolve this case today. If you want to accept it, he's offering that to you. You would have to enter a plea of no contest. Is that something you want to do?
Is there another way to resolve?
No, that's the only offer right now from the court's extended.
Yeah, I think so.
Would be 3 days. So it's up to you. Whatever you want to do, let the judge know, okay?
All right. You swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down and tell me your full name.
Vladimir Winstead LeBranch.
Mr. LeBranch, you're charged with a trespass and occupied structure. How do you plead to that offense?
Sure.
No contest.
You understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up your right to have a trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication that would make it difficult for you to understand me, sir?
No.
All right, I find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'm going to find you guilty of trespass. I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in the Broward County Jail. You'll have 1 year to pay the court costs, and you may not return to the library at Nova Southeastern University. You understand that?
I understand.
Good luck. Yes. Kevin Hughes.
Mr. Hughes, come on up, please.
Something I regret.
All right, Mr. Hughes, you're charged with a driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, a second offense. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. What are his priors, please?
Your Honor, Mr. Hughes was just arrested early Friday morning and bonded out on Saturday for a DUI.
Okay. Well, what's the case number on that case?
16-31764 MU 10A.
Well, I'm revoking your bond in that case, sir. 16-31764 MU 10A. According to the probable cause affidavit, your breath alcohol was almost triple the legal limit. That is impressive. All right. It's going to be a $5,000 bond in this case. Pre-trial release with a TAD monitor, so you're going to have to wear an ankle monitor that monitors whether or not you're drinking. It's also going to be a level 2. He's not going to have to wear the GPS, just the monitor, but it's going to be level 2.
Judge, would the court consider that on the case that the court just revoked the bond on the DUI?
Why?
Well, Judge, they're both misdemeanor offenses. The court has other. I know the court can sue spot to revoke bond, but the court has other alternatives of least restrictive means to ensure the safety of the community.
So he gets arrested Saturday for a DUI. He's got a prior DUI offense, and then he gets arrested. What's today? Wednesday for a DUI. No, I don't see why he. I don't see why he shouldn't go before his division judge for release conditions on that. So his bond is going to be revoked. Like I said, $5,000 bond in this case. Pretrial release level 2 with a TAD monitor. Sir, you're not to operate in a motor vehicle under any circumstances. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. All right. Wayne Grant.
Mr. Grant's here, President Maine.
All right, Mr. Grant, you're charged with defrauding an innkeeper and violation of your misdemeanor probation. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Bond on count 1 will be $25. Count 2 is a $2,000 bond. You'll see Judge Diaz January 9th, 11 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Arthur Daniels.
He's being brought.
Okay.
He's coming in.
Yeah, no problem. $5,000.
I can see if there's a manual job.
Why don't I'll pass him for now.
Mr. Daniels is coming up.
Oh,
He's right
okay.
here.
All right, no problem at all.
Mr. Daniels, come on up, please. Arthur Daniels, the judge is here already.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Daniels. You're charged with petty theft from a merchant, a second offense, and you're being held on a misdemeanor warrant also for a petty theft. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on the new case will be $25, $500 bond on the warrant, and this will be set before your division judge. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Sure. Swiney Medalist.
Mr. Medalist, decline the services of public defender.
All right. Mr. Medalist, you're being held on 2 traffic warrants, sir. Driving without a valid license. Bond will be $2,500 on each count. You'll see your division judge January 12th at 10 a.m. Good luck. Travis Green.
He's being brought in, Your Honor. If we could go to the next individual, I believe is Ivan Sotomayor.
I've got Darwin Mingo next.
Oh, it's a medical reset.
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Mingo is a medical reset.
No problem. Med reset. Thursday morning. And Ivan Sotomayor Munoz.
Come on up, please.
All right, so you're charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, a second offense. I'm going to find probable cause. What are his priors?
I just see the DUI from 2015. Looks like he got off probation last year.
All right, Mr. Romero.
Nothing to add, Your Honor. Mr. Sotomayor is going to try and get in touch with his family to post his bond.
All right, $2,500 bond, sir. Good luck.
Your Honor, no alcohol or intoxicants?
Yeah, no alcohol or intoxicants. You may not ingest or imbibe any alcohol or intoxicants. You understand that?
I do.
All right, good luck. All right, Neville Henry.
Mr. Travis Green is here present now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I might have passed it along. It's okay. Just that's what I'm asking.
All right, Mr. Green, you're charged with the trespass of an occupied structure. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. What are his priors?
Your Honor, from what I can tell, he's been through before Judge Lonoren multiple times. Most recently, he had a possession of cannabis dismissed September 1st of last year. That's weird. It says it was pled out, but then, okay, it was pled out, but he did go through
Diversion?
mental health.
Okay. All right, I'm going to send this case over to Judge Lonoren. $100 bond. Good luck,
Thank you.
sir. Neville Henry.
Mr. Henry's a medical reset, I've been advised.
All right, I've already found probable cause. This will just be for bond. So this is Thursday morning. Only. And reset. Lentz Lucius.
Conti, Your Honor.
All right.
He's in courtroom 4900 today.
Oh, okay. I'll reset this to tomorrow then. Thursday a.m. Salvador Baez. North Broward.
No problem, John.
All right, Mr. Baez, you're being held on a felony warrant. The charge is criminal mischief, and bond has been set at $25. You'll see your division judge January 10th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck. Anthony Vargas.
Conti, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Vargas, good morning. You're charged with an armed burglary and grand theft, counts 52 and 53. I'm going to find a probable cause. I'm going to find the proof is evident or the presumption is great to hold you without bond. This will not prevent your attorneys at the Public Defender's Office from seeking a full evidentiary hearing on the subject.
Judge, I know I made an argument on this co-defendant, Ms. Spidel. I would just re-raise the same argument I made before.
Noted. I'm going to deny that. Sir, you're going to be held without bond on count 52. Count 53 be a $1,000 bond. You're going to have no contact with the alleged victims in the case. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. Good luck, sir.
Sir, can I ask a question?
I'm sorry?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
I have open case in Orlando, and I'm trying to see if I can get transferred out to Orlando. How would I go about doing that? Is there even possible with these charges pending?
He's got about 20 open counts out of county.
I know he does. I remember.
Okay, so.
I remember, yeah. That's a question. That's going to be a question for your attorneys at the Public Defender's Office. All right?
Okay, understood.
All right, good luck,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you.
Anthony Davis.
Here, President Maine.
All right, Mr. Davis, you're charged with violating your felony probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time, and you'll see your division judge, Judge Levinson, January 6th, 8:30 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Benjamin Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, come on up, please.
All right, good morning, Mr. Rogers. You're charged with possession of cocaine, and you have an out-of-state felony warrant out of the state of Georgia. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $1,000. There's no bond in the out-of-state hold. I'll see you on my extradition docket tomorrow or Monday. We'll discuss extradition back to Georgia. Good luck.
What?
Kevin Long.
Mr. Long, come on up, please.
15.
All right. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Long. You're charged with a burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, grand theft, petty theft, burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, 3 counts, 3 additional counts, and a grand theft. I'm going to find probable cause for those offenses. All right, what are his priors?
One moment, Judge. This is on Kevin Long.
Yes.
Okay. In addition to the pending cases.
Pending cases?
On Kevin Long, he's got. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we'll just
Okay.
take the hits. But he's.
Yeah, I was referring. No. I was referring to.
Oh.
Judge Uson's case is separated from Judge Merrigan, so I just those cases that have already been filed. But resisting without violence 06, delivery of cocaine 03, trespass resisting without violence 03, delivery of cocaine 01. Those are just as Broward priors I would imagine.
All right, Mr. Romero.
And speaking of Mr. Long, he's been residing in South Florida his whole life. He is 31 years old. He is employed. He works at an auto body repair shop. He works off and on. He makes approximately $200 a week. No money in the bank, no property. He lives in Fort Lauderdale with his sister. He's been residing at that residence for approximately 6 years. We'd ask you to set a reasonable bond as to Mr. Long.
All right, so it's going to be a $2,500 bond on count 1, $1,000 on count 2, $750 on count 3, $5,000 bond count 4, $1,000 bond count 5, $5,000 bond count 6 and 7. No contact with the alleged victims in the case, sir. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. And stay 500 feet away. You understand?
Tim.
All right, good luck. John Watson? All right, Mr. Watson, good morning. You're charged you're charged with a petty theft and a violation of your probation or community control. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses, sir. Bond on count 1 will be $25. There's no bond on count 2. You'll see the division judge January 12th, 8:30 a.m. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
You got it. Kareem Foreman.
Mr. Foreman?
All right, Mr. Foreman, you're charged with grand theft auto and a violation of your probation or community control. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 is $1,000, and there's no bond on count 2. He'll set a date for you to see the division judge about the violation. Good luck, sir. Jared Horton.
Mr. Horton's here present. He defines the service public defender.
All right, Mr. Horton, you're charged with possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses, sir. Bond on count 1 will be $1,000. There's no monetary charge on count 2. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. William Frochel.
Mr. Frocho is here at Maine. He declines the service public defender.
All right, sir, you're charged with grand theft and 2 pretrial felony warrants. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $1,000. There's no bond on counts 2 and 3, and they'll set up a date for you to see Judge Scheer. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Ernie Grover. Good morning, Mr. Grover. You're charged with violating your felony probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time. You'll see Judge Levinson January 6th, 8:30 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, it's just fine? Oh, so this, yeah, right. Took over the news. Sebastian Ferrero.
Mr. Ferrer is here present. He declines the service public defender.
All right, Mr. Ferrero, you're charged with violating your felony community control. You're going to be held without bond at this time. You'll see Judge Scheer January 9th, 8:45 a.m. Good luck.
Okay.
Alberto Mercado.
Been arrested before?
All right, good morning, Mr. Mercado. You're charged with possession of oxycodone, operating without a valid driver's license, and failing to drive in a single lane. I'll find probable cause for these offenses, sir. And bond on count 1 will be $1,000. There's no monetary charge on counts 2 and 3. All right, good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Sure. Stanley Ace.
No problem, John.
All righty. Sir, good morning. You're charged with an aggravated battery. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Do you have any priors, Mr. Linder?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm pulling his record right now.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm showing DUI property damage 06. One second. Dealing in stolen property 1990. Went to state prison a year and a day as a habitual offender. End of record.
All right, Mr. Opsahl.
Judge, he's a resident of Broward County. He's been living here all his life. All his family's in Fort Lauderdale. He currently receives money from disability, about $750 a month. He lives in an apartment by himself where rent is about $900 a month. His family comes and helps him up. Most he can afford in bond, most he could come up with, because he just recently paid rent, is about $100 towards his bond. His family doesn't have much money
Here, by the way.
to bond out. I would ask the court to set a $1,000 bond on this count, and I would also ask for an appointment to represent.
All right, I'm going to appoint the public defender, and I'm going to set a $7,500 bond on count 1, sir. You're going to have no contact with the alleged victim. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find him on social media. Stay 500 feet away. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good luck. David Simeon.
here at Maine.
All right, sir, you're charged with robbery with a firearm. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. And state your signature for proposed bond in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm also going to find that the proof is evident or the presumption is great to hold you without a bond at this time. It's not going to prevent your attorneys at the public defender's office from seeking a full evidentiary Arthur hearing on that finding. You're also going to have no contact with the victims in the case or with your co-defendants. Stay 500 feet away. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. All right, good luck, sir.
Judge, just for regards to Mr. Simeon, I would ask the court not to find proof, evident, presumption great. What was presented to the court and to defense and the state were probable cause affidavit solely to establish probable cause and not proof, evident, presumption great.
All right.
Thank you.
Understood and denied. Good luck, sir. Harold Miller.
Here's Mr. Miller.
No bond yet. Mr. Miller, you're charged with violating your parole, sir. You're going to be held without bond at this time upon probable cause, and the parole board will come up and visit you at the jail, conduct their hearing. Good luck. Sherrod Owens. All right, Mr. Owens, you're charged with driving the suspended license, a third or subsequent offense, and failing to provide insurance. I'm going to find probable cause for the offense. All right. Your sister's posted your bond, sir, $750. Good luck.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Thornton.
Mr. Thorne's here at Maine.
All right. Good morning, sir. You're charged with a burglary of an unoccupied structure. I'm going to find probable cause for the offense. Any priors?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I just see a traffic prior from 2013.
All right, Mr. Romero.
Yes, Mr. Thorne advised me he's been residing in South Florida his whole life. He is 31 years old. He is employed. He works in landscaping. He gets paid daily after putting in a full day's work. He gets about $80 for the day. He's been doing that for now 3 months. He lives in Davie in a trailer. He's been living at the same place for about 8 months. He lives with his fiance, who's pregnant with his child, and he has 3 children, ages 9, 8, and 16 months. Your Honor, we'd be asking you to set a reasonable bond as to Mr. Thornton.
You know, it says unoccupied structure, but this was a residence. I'm going to find probable cause for burglary and unoccupied residence. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just writing it. Yeah, I'm not card. All right, $3,500 bond, sir. No contact with the alleged victims in the case. Stay 500 feet away. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck. Tajim McKenzie. All right, Mr. McKenzie, you're charged with sale of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a school, church, or park. I'm going to find probable cause for the offense.
Thank you.
Do you have any prior?
Does pretrial have anything?
Yeah.
He was arrested last January. I don't have a disposition. I'm not finding someone about this right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if the court wants to go off the record, I can do it.
No. What did he tell pretrial?
Because of the charge, Your Honor, we don't look at this with a guilt court.
All right. What do you want to tell me about him, Mr. Romero?
Judge, he advised me he's going to school. He lives with his mother in Pompano. They've been residing at that location for about 1.5 years. They moved from Miami to live at that location. He has no money in the bank. He owns no property, Judge.
All right. I'll reduce the bond to $5,000. Good luck, sir. Emmanuel Johnson.
Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Johnson, you're charged with a grand theft. and resisting an officer without violence. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses, sir. Bond on count 1 will be
Your Honor,
$1,000.
Your Honor.
There's no charge on count 2.
I'm sorry, I wanted to bring to the court's attention that Mr. Johnson just got placed on 6 months probation by Judge Gottlieb about 2 weeks ago for theft, and he also pled out a resisting without violence. Yeah, that's part of his
The shoplifting prevention program. By Judge Gottlieb.
Yeah, it's part of his probation. And about 6 weeks before he pled that out, he pled out a resisting without violence. And 5 days before that, he pled out a resisting without violence and trespass in the possession of marijuana.
All right, this will likely violate his probation with Judge Gottlieb. Mr. Romero, anything you wanted to tell me?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right, sir. It's going to be a $10,000 bond on count 1. There's no monetary charge on count 2. Good luck. Tamsin Mornland. All right. Good morning, sir. You're charged with sale of cannabis. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense, and I'll set bond at $1,000, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bakari Artis.
Judge, I've been advised he bonded.
All right. I'll find probable cause. No contact with the victim. Mark Hughes.
Mr. Hughes?
All right. Good morning, Mr. Hughes. You're charged with possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon and trespassing. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. What are his priors?
2010, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of burglary of a conveyance, 1 count of battery. Looks like he was sentenced to 2 years state prison.
All right. Mr. Romero?
Yes, Mr. Hughes has been residing in South Florida for 38 years. He is working not steady, though, but when he can, he works in landscaping, making about $10 an hour. He lives in Oakland Park. He lives with his girlfriend. They've been residing at the same apartment for the past 2 months. He has no money in the bank, no property. We'd actually set a reasonable bond.
He lives with his girlfriend?
That's what I've been advised, Judge.
What's your girlfriend's name?
Stacy Jopi?
Well, according to this affidavit, it says that Stacy Jovi called the police advising that 2 males were attempting to gain entry into her apartment. So, do you maybe want to think again about where you live? Not so much? All right. All right. $5,000 bond on count 1. There's no monetary charge on count 2. You may have no contact with Stacy Jovi. Stay 500 feet away. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? All right. Good luck. Timothy Marquant. All right, sir, you're charged with possession of cocaine. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense, sir. I'll set bond at $1,000. Good luck. Christian Gutierrez Kakimbo.
Give me priors.
I've been advised he bonded.
All right, find probable cause. Christopher Mendez.
Mr. Mendez?
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. Mr. Romero, if you'd like, I'll waive a full reading of these charges.
Please, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Mendez, you've been charged with 2 felony offenses. Your attorney there will explain them to you. I'm going to find probable cause. Do you have any priors?
I don't see anything. Does pretrial have anything? Thank you.
All right, Mr. Romero.
And speaking with Mr. Mendez, he's been residing in South Florida since he was 5 years old. He is working. He's self-employed. He's like a handyman. He averages about $350 a week. No money in the bank, but he does own a vehicle. It's a Mazda 2004 with 140,000 miles on it. He lives in Davie. He's been residing at the same location for the past 8 months. We'd ask you to set a reasonable bond.
All right. $10,000 bond on count 1, $5,000 bond on count 2. I'm going to place him on standard pretrial release. You're going to have no contact with the victim, no contact with the witness, her mother. You're going to stay 500 feet away. You're not going to call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. You understand that, sir? All right, good luck. Thomas Terrence.
Mr. Terrence?
All right, Mr. Terrence, you're charged with robbery by sudden snatching, false imprisonment, and 2 counts of battery. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Do you have any priors?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Terrence is currently out on bond for domestic violence battery by strangulation and felony battery due to prior convictions. Okay. He also pled out last year a theft, 2010 violation of a domestic violence injunction. 2009 he was arrested for aggravated battery against a pregnant victim. That was dropped. 2009 he was convicted of aggravated battery against a pregnant victim and 1 count of misdemeanor battery. He violated probation, was sentenced to 31.5 months state prison. 2004, aggravated fleeing and eluding, aggravated assault against a law enforcement officer, grand theft auto, resisting without violence. He violated probation.
All right, what's the case number he's on right now?
The case number on the open case is 16-12369 CF10A.
All right, Mr. Romero.
Hold on 1 second.
He's 32 years old. He's been residing here his whole life. He was working, just started 2 days ago, working at the waste management. He's in sorting. He makes about, he made $8 an hour. No money in the bank. He owns 1 vehicle. It's a 2008 Chevy Impala with 170,000 miles on the vehicle. Judge, we'd actually set a reasonable bond.
All right, sir, I'm revoking your bond in case 16-12369 CF10A. On this case, it's going to be $5,000 per count, total $20,000 bond. You're to have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Stay at least 500 feet away. Good luck. Leodam Gonzalez Ramos.
Lydium Gonzalez Ramos, page 24.
Yeah.
24.
He was Spanish, wasn't he?
Huh?
Yeah, I think we did, huh? Spanish now. It was a municipal ordinance, and then you got the probation.
And a VOP.
They outside. You need?
They're going to get him right now.
Is that the one that we said no paperwork that we thought was going to be in the afternoon?
No. The one with no paperwork was DeAntrell Roberts.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem.
He did do... He's gone?
He went back early.
Your Honor, I've been advised...
Yeah, I thought we did.
I guess we can bring him back this afternoon. Judge, can we reset him for this afternoon?
We can bring him back this afternoon. All right, how about Calvin Whiting? Is he back yet?
Medical reset.
That's why I'm passing paperwork on.
All right, again, that's for bond only. On Thursday morning.
So he did.
Andra
Medical loan.
Okay. That's also for bond only. And Terrence Mathis.
North Broward.
Is that over there?
All right. And Mr. Romero, I'll see you this afternoon.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Sir, you're charged with driving the suspended license, giving false identification to law enforcement, disobeying a red light, 2 felony warrants, a probation violation or community control violation, and an out-of-county felony warrant. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 to be $100. There's no monetary charge on counts 2 and 3, and there's no bond on counts 4, 5, 6, or 7. Good luck to you, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Put you on the say it again. What charges I got?
Oh, sure.
Repeat the charges.
It's driving the suspended license, giving false identification to law enforcement, disobeying a red light. You're being held on 2 felony warrants.
What the felony warrants?
Those charges are possession of cocaine and fleeing or eluding law enforcement, and an out-of-county felony hold for fleeing or attempting to elude. You understand?
Hold up, I got a felony for warrant for fleeing and elude.
Yep. All right.
Warrant. I ain't never had no fleeing and elude.
Well,
you'll
speak to your attorneys. All right, it's a $100 bond on
All
count 1. No bond on counts 4, 5, 6, and 7. Good luck. All right, everyone. We'll see you this afternoon. Thanks so much.